Beautiful. Thank you so much. Welcome again, third time. If anyone saw my wonderful first time ever doing Instagram Live on my own, usually Christy Cooper will like set it up and then we'll do it. I think April and I have done one before, but I just decided to go on and say, hey, and then I didn't know how to turn it off. So you're welcome if you got a beautiful close-up of my braces or up my nose, because I was figuring out how to turn that off, but it was actually pretty fun and a good living experience. So I am going to just pass the space over to April Thmaniak, who is our Vice President, for a moment to lead us in land acknowledgement.
Thanks, Millie.
I know I'm deep, but there's
We acknowledge that we are on traditional territories in Alberta of the many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people whose footsteps have marked these lands for centuries. We respect the histories, languages, and cultures of First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and all First Peoples of Canada whose presence continues to enrich our community. We recognize the land as an act of reconciliation and gratitude to those whose territory we reside on or are visiting. We acknowledge the history of birth on these lands where First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people were the first birth protectors.
Thank you, April. Before we begin into more association business this evening, I would just like to invite us all to take a moment of silence. This chance for our pause is to just hold space for hardship and conflicts that are happening around our world and even in our near communities. And for us to just take a moment with intention to support healing and not acknowledge this. So if we could all just take a moment of silence together. Thank you very much for taking that moment to help hold space for healing in our world. I'm going to pass back to April, and she's going to take us just through a bit of an overview of the association and a bit of the history of the association.
Thanks again, Millie. Yeah, I just wanted to, for those people who haven't been with the association long or are new to checking out the association, just some of the things that we stand behind and stand for. So at the Doula Association of Alberta, we advocate for our members, we provide resources, and we work to unify the doula, the entire doula community in our province. The Doula Association of Alberta stands behind values that include integrity, community, respect, excellence, and professional development. We strive to create a safe and connected space for doulas to grow both personally and professionally. We try to offer ongoing continuing education and uphold strong ethical standards within the community of our province. The Doula Association of Alberta is here to support doulas, all doulas, whether you're just starting out or have years of experience, and are here to help a strong, connected birth community across our province. And we've grown to expand that in whatever ways we can. So when we, even approve trainings, we talk about birth doulas as well as postpartum doulas, as well as loss doulas, death doulas, and working hard to incorporate everyone in all aspects of our doula community. The board has worked really hard to make that really inclusive to anyone who hopes to be a part of this association and doulas in our province. So just a little bit of background and history of where we come from and what we stand for.
Thank you. Heather Hill, who is our administrator extraordinaire, is going to chat with us about membership as well as insurance and just a special offering for membership that we have going on as well right now.
Hi, thank you all. So yeah, our membership coordinator is actually here, Stephanie Griffith, and I'm the admin person, but we work pretty closely together. And she's on high alert for a mom in early labor, so I thought I'll step in case she can't be here. So just a little note, I guess, about membership. We currently have 95 active members, which is awesome. I was looking last year at the end of the year, we had about the same, and we've still got a few months to go to boost our membership. But that's great to hear that we have people who've renewed from last year, and then a few new members have joined. And that's membership from all across the province. I didn't do a complete breakdown, but typically it's like a good chunk of that number is Edmonton, Calgary, but we definitely have people from all the different parts of the province, which is wonderful. And then we have liaisons as well that are assigned to each of those quadrants of the province. Currently, like your membership, currently and always, your membership has many benefits. So I think the biggest benefit to our members is just being part of our community, like April has already highlighted through the history, but being able to connect with other doulas all across the province, even just to like have somewhere to go to say, hey, I'm looking for a doula in Calgary, or I'm in Edmonton, a place to reach out for that. We have lots of educational offerings. We try to offer a few formal things throughout the year, as well as some informal, just get together and chat and debrief and whatever our members are needing. So that is a wonderful benefit to membership. And then of course we have insurance coverage that comes with your membership. So we do ask that all of our members have insurance. Majority have the insurance through our group policy. A few have brought their own insurance because they have other modalities as well that they have covered. But we really do get a good deal on our group insurance. We've worked with ProLink over the years, and our group rate with the Doula Association of Alberta, including our membership rate, is still less than they would offer somebody who's coming, just independently and looking for doula insurance only. So they have worked really well with us in supporting us to have that group policy that's a competitive rate. And there really aren't a lot of other options out there for doulas to get professional liability insurance. So we are, working to kind of foster that relationship and maintain that, and make sure it's meeting our members' needs. So we have that. And lots of other things. So there's like a community circle that we try to run every couple months, which is more informal. Members can join and bring their questions to the group, and usually a couple of our board members are there to just facilitate that conversation, but it's a great opportunity to connect. And then our advocacy page as well. So we do have representation with the AHS group as well that helps to advocate within the AHS system for some changes directly affecting doulas. And I can talk a little bit more about that later. But that's like kind of a rundown on insurance or on membership and benefits. In regards to insurance, like if anyone here is not currently a member and is considering that, we do currently have a prorated membership and insurance rate that's up on the website. So it's prorated for $145. It would include insurance and membership until the end of our current year, which is September 30th. And then October 1st, everybody would be renewing for the next year for insurance and membership. So we have that prorated membership up there. A full year membership is $289, so $145 is a really good deal. And then you also get some member benefits to that, so early bird registration for things, or for discounted tickets sometimes for members only. So it's a great opportunity to get in on the game with that one. Yeah. Just a little note about renewal. So I like to plant the seed for people that are already members and looking to renew. One thing we're always kind of chasing people down at the last minute is to try to get you to submit your continuing education credits. So if you're wanting to do that sooner than later, you can submit those at any point throughout the year. There's a form on the website in the members area, and you can just submit whatever continuing ed you've done, indicate in there that it's for this membership year that you're submitting, so that we can easily track that when we get to renewal. You'll be able to just check off the box that says already submitted for last year, which will be great. We're anticipating there will be some changes to renewal. We don't have all of the details yet, but we're working with ProLink to kind of streamline that whole renewal process with insurance. There's possible, I don't want to say for sure, but ProLink is looking to implement a portal system. So after you buy your membership with DAA, you'd be directed to the ProLink portal and be able to fill out all of the insurance information directly with ProLink. Removing the middleman, which is me right now. So it probably will streamline things in the end, but will be a bit of an adjustment through our renewal. But stay tuned for that. There will be lots of details on how to renew when we get to that point in the year. I think that's all. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we have an event coming up in September. It's something that when the DAA was formed, I had like this vision of being able to connect in community in person. And it's taken a few years for us to bring this into reality, but we have our retreat, in-person retreat, coming in September, and the retreat committee has been working diligently to get all of the things put together. And we did announce a couple of weeks ago, we did also put early bird tickets on, which they are still available for an early bird price. But let me share with you about the event. So the event is September 26th and 27th. It's really on the Saturday mostly, and it's at the Chateau Inn in Sylvan Lake. And it does start Friday as a paid CPR first aid course. And there is limited amount of participants for that course. So it's CPR level C, so healthcare provider AED. So it's a full scope course that's being offered. And there is information on our website on how to go ahead and book your spot for that, but I wouldn't wait because it is 10 spots only. And I meant to check, and so my apologies to see how many are left. I know there are some seats left for that. And that will be at noon on the Friday and go till about 4 o'clock. So it's the full certification in that time. And then after, for those people that are wanting to join on the Friday, we will be having a beautiful offering of food. We're doing a inclusive taco bar. So it's for all people with all the dietary needs. And one of our wonderful committee members is heading that up, and she's just done such a beautiful job in creating the menu for this based on what our community would need for that. The retreat itself is not based on doula education. It is really about resetting ourselves, reconnecting with ourselves. As doulas, we don't necessarily take the time to do that. We hold a lot of space for others. And we also have lives outside of the work that we do with families or other commitments and work. And so this is an opportunity to reset and reconnect, but then also grow as community. This event is not just exclusive to members. This is open to the wider community, birth workers, and we will be having on the Saturday different workshops, starting with some movement in the morning. And we will have Megan Murray, who is a midwife out of Edmonton, but is also a holistic nutritionist. And she's going to come and speak to us on and show us and feed us, I've been told, on just support for doulas, for people on call, and how we can support our nervous systems, and also nutritionally, how to maintain success in our career, longevity in our career, with the inconsistency of our schedules. The other person who's coming is Isabel Fry, and she is going to be leading us in a gorgeous sound bath experience and also a workshop for vision boarding. And so we will have an opportunity to work with her to really be connecting with ourselves and kind of looking into the future and holding space for those goals and those dreams and manifest the things that we want for ourselves while being in community with each other. There will be a dinner after a reservation made that we can all go out, whoever wants to attend. And so the key things to know are there are the early bird tickets right now. They're $135. And the other thing I forgot to mention is we will have headshots available. And so if you're registering for $135, you will also get discount on your headshots. And you can apply to the CPR course as well. You'll have a choice. You'll see when you register on the website. Would you prefer the CPR course, or would you prefer your credit going towards your headshots? And so we'll connect with you and figure out which one it is that you're wanting to do and get you registered for those as well. Tickets after early bird are going up for Doula Association members to $155. If you're a non-member, they're going up to $195. So Heather mentioned right now is a really opportune time to join the association with that prorated membership. And then you'll still get the perks and the discounts that come along with the extra for this retreat. So you have options if you want to join, or you want to become a member and join. And of course, if you want to just come check us out at retreat and decide to join as well, then there's those perks for you too. So our website has all the information about retreat, the venue cost. There is a block of rooms. You absolutely have to call the hotel. If you look online, it'll say they're all booked. So yes, you absolutely have to make a call for that. So that is retreat, and it's very exciting. It's going to be a beautiful coming together when it's all put together. It'll be a wonderful thing to see. Let's say, take a moment here. Heather, do you have your birth ball handy? So we're going to do a draw at the end of our meeting. Heather Hill makes birth ball covers, and she is donating one to the association, to one of you who's here. And here she's going to show it. So
this, what I'll say is, this is mine. This won't be the color you get, because I have a whole pile of colors. So you'll get to pick which color. So the winner, I will send you a photo of the colors that I have, and I will make it for you, and we will send it to you. Maybe not Canada Post because of that, but somehow we'll get it to you. If you're in Edmonton, we'll arrange that. That's easy. But yeah, we'll figure out a way to get it. So it has a little handle, has a drawstring at the bottom, so it fits all the sizes. It's stretchy. You can tie a knot in this if your handle's too long. It's great. I've put it across your whole body, and you can still have your backpack and your birth pool and your coffee and all the things. Yeah.
I love mine so much. I can carry everything and the birth pool. Everything comes in one shot.
Nice to I don't let people use the ball with the cover on. I take it off. They use it. And then I can just put it back in the cover to haul it home, and then sanitize everything, wash the cover. Yeah, it just makes it nice for handling after the fact too.
Awesome. Thank you. And if someone doesn't win and they want to buy one, I'm just going to plug you because why not? What?
Sure.
How much do you sell them for?
$45.
Perfect. And you'll deliver within a kilometer radius?
Yeah, or pick up, porch pick up, or whatever.
Perfect.
But not
Awesome.
not out of the Edmonton area. So yeah.
Thank you. And I think I said we'll do it at the end of the meeting, but we'll do it after the meeting because our Wheel of Fortune is not available at the moment. She might be at a birth, the person who handles our draws. So you will get contacted when you're the winner. Maybe we'll just do it live on Instagram. I'll give Instagram Live another chance. Thank you, Heather. That's awesome. I just want to touch base on, we talked a little bit about what the opportunities are with membership, and Heather briefly touched on education. So I thought I would just mention some of the history, the past education offerings we've had, and then a couple that are up and coming. And so we have had the pleasure of hosting Tammy Ryan. We've had the VBAC link. We've had midwife Toby Douglas come and speak with us. Our very own April Fermaniak has come to do car seat safety tech discussion. We hosted an in-person peanut ball retreat last year. And we recently just had a group of Alberta midwives who are now supporting Breach Home Birth and Breach referrals from OBs as well come and talk to us. And so we try to keep on kind of what is the current trend, what is the community asking for, and book some big ones in for the year. So upcoming, we do host community circles, which was mentioned by Heather as well, which is a coming together of membership, and Christy Cooper is usually one of the hosts as well as one of us from the team. And we come and sometimes submit questions prior that we're having that we want support or clarification with, or just discussion points. But sometimes we just come and we just let the conversation unfold organically, and we'll debrief about birth experiences or ask questions. And it's a really wonderful way to connect. So the next community circle meeting is June 11th. And there is a Zoom link that goes out for that. And then also in the membership area, you can find the information to attend that. So that's for members only. And then the other ones are the retreat ones that are coming up. So it's the CPR first aid level C healthcare provider in September. And Megan Murray is coming to retreat for holistic nutrition and wellness. And then Isabel Fry is coming to help us get a little deeper and connect with ourselves and community. So we are currently taking submissions for education for the next year. We do open a lot of the education offerings to the greater community. And so we'd love to hear, not just from our membership, from the greater community, of ideas that you want to hear about, or if you know someone that has an offering, that would be wonderful as well. So if you've got some ideas, please just send them to our email, or you can go through the contact on our website as well. And we'd absolutely love to hear from everyone about that. We have some good relationships, so we could probably look at bringing some big names and things if people are interested, and creating that connection. There is a question in the chat. Does someone need to attend the retreat to attend CPR class? I'm gonna say no. You absolutely can. If you want information on that, if you wouldn't mind just connecting with the DAA, and we can just figure out logistically and how to help navigate that for you. And Amanda here, I see. April, there we go. Awesome. April, do you want to talk to us just quickly about bylaw committee?
Sure thing. We are looking for people either within the Doula Association of Alberta or people who are joining the Doula Association. It's time for us to kind of look at our bylaws and see where we were at and where we'd like to be and the things that are going to be included. So we're just looking for some extra supportive people who want to help navigate that document process. It is fairly short and it's really simple. There's not a lot of complex discussions that need to go into it. So it'll involve a few of us board members and anyone else who is open to joining us. We would super love to have you. If you have, say, an hour and a half, 2 hours to commit to that, that would be really helpful to us.
And how would you like people to get in contact with you?
Sorry, thanks. Just the DAA inbox is always the best way. So it lives in a space where multiple people can see it. And obviously you can find our email on our website and all over the places if that's easiest for people.
Okay, and then, sorry, when were you hoping to have people connect with you about it?
Ideally no later than kind of the end of this weekend. So it's Thursday already. So if we have anyone who wants to put their name in kind of over the next few days, if you could consider that, we'll wait for this to be recorded and go out to our community as well. So those people who weren't here this evening can have the chance as well, so that we can set that meeting as soon as possible that works. And usually for most people, that's going to be in the evening. So if anyone's thinking about when that might be, just based on family schedules and people's other work commitments, it's going to be and an evening at some point when the most people can make it.
Awesome. Thank you very much. All right. Next conversation point is we are wanting to invite our community to help us create a new logo. We discussed hiring a graphic designer to do it, but really because we believe truly our strength, our identity lives in our community, that it's important to connect with our community for this project. And so hoping that people who, you don't have to have mad skills, if you just feel a calling to do a submission that represents kind of who we are, what the work that we do, if you want to draft a little sketch or a doodle or anything that's creative that's calling to your heart, we're welcoming everything as inspiration, and hoping that we can just really create this vision and do this together. We would like submissions for this by June 30th. We're hoping to have lots of inspiration and offerings for this June 30th so that we can then vote on it. And hopefully we will be able to, by retreat, unveil the new logo. Our logo right now is made by one of our community people, Tia Biggs. She made this logo and it's gorgeous, but it isn't kind of encompassing all that the Doula Association of Alberta is. As April had mentioned earlier, we are supporting and holding space for postpartum and end of life and loss and things. And so we're really hoping to be able to create that logo in the vision of the Doula Association of Alberta. So if you would like to submit, please do so again through email or the contact space on our website. And if you want to have further discussion on that or have any questions, please as well, feel free to connect with us. I would like to pass over to Heather Hill for our last conversation point of the evening before we open up the floor. And just wondering, Heather, if you could give us an update on the Alberta Health Services Committee.
Yes, so there is a committee that is called the Alberta Doulas Committee, and this was kind of formed back when you started with DAA. It kind of evolved out of DAA. So it is a separate committee now, but we have members who are either elected as DAA members or members of the board that sit on this committee, as well as there's a few community elected people on the board. and there's a chair and a co-chair. One is a doula and one is an AHS representative. So over the years of this committee, we have worked on a few different tasks. One is to create an AHS document that describes the role of doulas, and it is written, it is completed, it is sitting on some lawyer's desk for final approval so that it can finally be posted. So we're frustrated a little bit with that process, of course, but we do recognize there has been a lot of work put into it. It is, a good document to have, and we still are working towards that goal of having that document shared within AHS, within their own staff, so that it's coming from them, but we know that we've had a huge part in creating that document. The committee has also, based on that and some other work we've done, come up with a video that describes the role of doulas within AHS. That video has been shared with the Doula Association of Alberta and I think there's a link on our website, definitely.
It's on our YouTube channel as well.
So it's in there, it's free for people to use and share to kind of explain the role of a doula within AHS. Our goal of the committee, again, is still to have some lunch and learns and circulate it within AHS with staff directly, so that we can have those conversations with the people we work with in those facilities. So that is still in the works as well. Part of our challenge is that AHS is currently being restructured, and there's been a lot of changes on their half of the committee. So our main contact with that committee, the other co-chair, has stepped away from her role, and we've just been put in touch with a new contact within AHS under a new umbrella as well. So the new umbrella is, I had it written down, Women's Health PIN, and the PIN stands for, I have to look it up because it's not, sorry, I have so many screens open here. I had it open. Yeah, so it is Women's Health PIN, which is Program Improvement and Integration Networks. And that's replacing the MNCY, which was our previous, the umbrella that we're working with. So we have a new contact there. We're still working on actually getting a meeting set and kind of figuring out what our next steps are to reestablish our connection with this new role. But the committee still, the doula side of us, we still are meeting, about every month, talking about, where we want to go, what our dreams and hopes are. We're hearing from the community that doulas are still in certain situations being restricted access, especially in assessment in some sites and also in ORs. So those are definitely topics that we will be bringing to our new committee people, as well as still trying to push forward with the other tasks that we've been working on. So that's where that is at. I guess one other thing, if you're not already subscribed to the newsletter, there is a newsletter that we put out updates every couple of months if there's any news to share. So you can definitely subscribe to that. It's a MailChimp address, so I can put that in the minutes as well, so that you can subscribe if you're looking for that. I'll put it in the chat if I can find it here before the close of the meeting too.
Heather, there is also a quick question in the chat. One of the people asked, is the AHS committee looking for more members? So maybe you can address how the people became quickly part of that committee.
Yeah, so they have an election kind of process set out. So we just had a community elected process go through last year, so 2024, and I think it's for a 2-year term. So we will next year kind of be putting out again a call for members. So the way that it's structured is that there's the AHS co-chair and the doula co-chair, and they kind of appoint their own replacements. So that role is currently up for replacement, but it will be chosen from the current membership of the committee. And then there's two committee members that are elected through the community. So the committee itself puts out a call for nominations, and I think that happened in February of last year. So it would be next year, 2026, that they would be doing that again. And then from the DAA side, at the same time we do the community elections, we do an internal kind of election process for a DAA member to fill one of the seats. And then one of our board members will fill the second seat. So there's 2 that are kind of appointed from DAA, 2 from the community, and then the 2 co-chairs on the committee. So, but that is a little bit unstructured currently because our AHS half has kind of dissipated and is in flux.
Lots of transitions
Yeah.
happening. Mm-hmm.
But no, we hear you. We're trying. We're still like fighting the fight where we can, and we're gonna make something happen here with our new people. So
Amazing.
yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. Just wanting to open the floor to anyone that has any questions of anything we chatted about this evening, or anything we didn't chat about. Either pop it in the chat or let your voice be heard.
While you guys are thinking, I did put all the names into the little draw thing, so we can do it before the end of the meeting.
Oh, you do have the Wheel of Fortune?
I did it, yeah.
Oh, amazing. You can share your screen and everything then, hey?
Yeah.
Okay, that's so good. Do you want to do that?
We can do that.
Okay.
We'll think about it, and that way if we need to get someone's contact info, I'll have it right there. Okay, let me see about sharing my screen. Again, I have many tabs open here. Bear with me. You guys can see the Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Names.
I shouldn't be on there, but that's okay. We'll redraw.
Why not?
I already have one.
Oh, I see. No, well, that's okay. Anyway,
Okay.
we'll draw. Should we take Millie off?
Yeah, take Millie off.
I will delete you. Sorry, Millie. Your chances just got 1 in 10 better. Okay, how do I make this work now? I think I just click it.
Da-da-da, da-da-da.
Woo!
Kate.
Kate. Hey, Kate.
Wonderful.
Kate on here? Show yourself, Kate.
We need to know where you are geographically. You don't have to tell us.
You could. Oh, Colleen had 2 entries. Sorry.
Huh?
No, there's 2 Colleens, I think. Maybe. Anyway, Colleen didn't win. Kate won. Kate Mullen, right? Kate, are you a member? If you are, I can find your information. If not, then please put it in the chat.
Or if you want to DM us, you can.
Yeah, I would send it to the email instead of in the chat, because then it's not for everybody.
Well, she could send it straight to me.
Yeah.
Not currently a member. Okay, so yeah, if you could email us, Kate, that would be great. Or chat me directly.
Yeah, perfect. So just one more opportunity. If anyone has any questions or wants to do a share. Okay. So as we close, I want to acknowledge just that you give so much of yourself in the work that you do and to the families that you support. And the Doula Association exists so that we can be stronger together, so that we don't have to be isolated in the work that we do. A place of support when it's needed, a place of learning and growing. And if you're feeling the nudge that you might want to go deeper and have this community support, now is a really good time to join. There are other opportunities in the upcoming months as well. And there's a place for everyone here. So if you want to join and if you have barriers, then please connect with us as well, because we feel that any doula who wants to be a part of this community should have that opportunity to do that. So I just want to leave that with you. And I also just want to thank you so much for all of the work that you do for the world. And I want to thank also the team, the DAA team that works endlessly to keep this wheel going of this association. Thank you so very much as well. If anyone has any other last comments or questions or anything, I will give one final opportunity. Amazing. Thank you so much again for your time this evening, for letting us share with you the things that are up and coming, how we got here, and just basically the fun that we have doing what we're doing. Looking forward to seeing all of your faces in upcoming meetings and meeting you in person in September. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a beautiful evening and a great rest of your week. Bye
Thanks so much, Millie.
Yeah, thank you.
Hope to see everybody at retreat.
Yeah. Good night. You can go ahead and stop the recording, Heather.